Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Inkslayer Artshow.
You.
How you guys all been doing? It's me and Beacon,
Yep.
as always. And maybe more Inkslayers will be joining in. We never know.
Yep. Brian, come on.
Yeah,
I see you in the chat.
you know where the link is, Brian.
Yeah.
What's up, Bob? Wait, let's do this. Go back to this. Oop, wrong one. Ooh. Let's start the music. And how you been doing, Beacon, this week?
Good. Just another week of the day job and working on Seven Legions issue 3. Yeah.
How is that going?
Good. Just going through all the callers. Yeah. So been working on this page lately. This one's about a little over halfway done. Got this top panel here completely done now. You see the others?
Sweet, yeah.
Yeah. Got the inside the galleon class ship. Got the other side of the habitat up above them. He's sort of walking through there. Still got to color those two guys. Also got to shade those two guys and finish shading that room. Yeah. Next page, actually I can't really show all this page because the rest of it's a spoiler. Of course, got this page I've been working on. Still got to correct some flats on here, but yeah.
Oh, dude.
The demons arriving on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I decided to have you got the demons with the red skin, the demons with the blue skin, or dark blue skin. Sort of differentiate them.
What up, Charles Reeves?
Thanks
for shooting, buddy.
Let's get this page I'm drawing.
Oh, I know that layout.
Yeah. So he just drop kick this dude in the face. Dude's popping back up. Yeah. Gets into it. So, yeah.
How many pages you still have left to do there?
Ooh, well, got to color most of them. Just got about maybe 3 more to draw, though.
3 more to draw? Okay.
Yeah.
Get the next blacksmith.
Come on, cat. Don't look.
I've been working on a lot of little projects on Trust me, people, when everybody knows what I've been working on. If everything works accordingly, you guys going to be pretty stoked. Did you see it today? We had a guest on the Morning Roast.
Yeah, I popped in for a little bit there.
Ends up it's Dee Snider's son.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. But his book was interesting too.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. This week I stopped in a comic book store because I was my day job had me going to a store to a town I don't normally go to.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a comic book store, a video game store, and a bunch of other stuff just right down the road from it. And right down the road from where I was working. And when I was in the comic book store, you talked to the guy, shop owner for a little bit, and got to the topic of how I make comics. He's like, "Oh yeah, I know a few other people making comics, or one guy who's doing one locally." I was like, "Oh yeah," and then he started telling me about the guy's comic. first thing the guy says about it is the main character is a woman with both sex organs who has like hundreds of kids. Like,
Okay.
what the hell sort of story is this guy writing? It's like, I didn't want to come out and say that directly, but I was like, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, oh yeah, that's pretty fucked up. He's like, oh yeah, but the writer, he kind of has schizophrenia. He's like, yeah, I can tell.
I can tell something's up.
Yeah, it's something wrong with that dude. It's like that's the only real, that's the big overarching thing aside from it being a post-apocalyptic world.
Hey, what's up, Crystal Mickey?
Hey,
What's up, sis? How's it going?
but the guy was like, the shop owner was like, I think he was kind of expecting my book to look, like something low quality because around here there's not very many people known for doing comics, even though there was a comic book store in that town that Mark Waid had basically stolen from underneath them. if anyone in the audience remembers that story.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but no, he was expecting it to look like, low quality. Like when I showed on page, he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's definitely better than I was expecting."
You can hear the music, right?
Yep.
Okay. So right now, I'm working on this piece, which I was thinking of being one of those covers.
Okay.
Or a print. But here's the other cover I was working on.
Nice.
Starting inking it. I like his face. And some older vampires. I've been working on Blood Hunt too. And there's going to be a colored edition too eventually.
Sweet.
The book's going to be 80 pages. It's going to be a pretty sweet ride.
Oh yeah.
Seen some of it.
Yeah.
From what I've been hearing, people would like to have a black and white edition of the Blood Hunt 2 first.
Yeah.
I might be doing that.
Okay.
I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do for that campaign.
Mm.
So I'm thinking might be getting a new colorist to be working on some blood hunt.
Hmm.
I'll tell you who after.
Okay.
So yeah, I can just keep drawing and drawing. I'm still coloring at least one story of not the mark like usual. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you can always have this. It's spot to color in not the mark.
Yeah.
It's just you can't color all the stuff I do.
No. No. Not enough time.
Mm-hmm. You have your own projects too.
Yep.
Me, I want you on my not verse, not the Merc project. So
Yeah.
I'm fine with this.
It's like, I want to spread my wings.
I'm telling you, when I tell you who's gonna probably be coloring that hunt and jumping in and becoming probably an Inkslayer too in the
Okay.
process. I've already mentioned it a while back. And by the way, people, if you don't know yet, go check out the Good Night 2 on Indiegogo by our friend McGee in the chat.
My cats heard me talking, so now I get to play the whack-a-mole all night.
The what?
Whack-a-mole?
Whack-a-mole?
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Every time they want to pop up on and hop onto me, no.
And soon I'm gonna start working on the double page, the wraparound cover.
Sweet.
I had one on the first campaign. I'm gonna have another one on this one. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Oh, maybe I will. If I do a black and white campaign separate from the color, I'm probably gonna be doing like a black and white cover again.
Nice.
People realize that, right? And it was very limited. Like I didn't print really over. I had like 5 extra copies. Well, I heard that the new Pixar movie Elementals was a freaking big flop.
Okay, it seems like everything from Hollywood is a big flop lately. Indiana Jones, Indiana Jones, and the elder abuse.
That is fine.
I mean, that's practically what it is. She just pretty much just. I mean, from the sounds of it, it sounds like she just spent the whole movie just making fun of him and showing him up. It's like I know that Hollywood gets off on the idea of just like humiliating these established characters, but
Mhm.
what's next? Are they gonna do a movie about like what was that what was that old movie with the adopted kid who's a problem child?
Mm.
They can do a problem child movie where like some in
Home
strong
Alone.
in what?
Home Alone.
Yeah,
Now he's
yeah.
actually gonna get it.
Yeah, they're gonna do a new Home Alone movie where like he gets some strong independent women who don't need no man, but as his sister, and she winds up showing him up. But it's like an older sister, and she's like an adult. It's just like she just sort of punches him down the stairs, like, haha, I'm strong, independent woman, don't need no man.
A nice little song too.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm still wondering if I'm gonna jump directly into Blood Hunt 2 campaign, Black and White, or Adverse 3. But they're both in advanced progress. So I've been investing my time waiting for my colors and lettering wisely.
Yeah.
Also laid out moments of issue 9 of like the 6-9 Gorilla. I have issue 10 to still lay out. I have your 7 Legions issue 4.
4. Yep.
Yeah. Then after that, it's back on the right. It's issue 4. Is there a 5th after that?
Yep. Issue 5 right after.
It's ready to go to.
Yeah, the script is, yeah.
Okay. So then after I'll go back to Yo-Yo Garsto.
Yeah.
Isn't it? We technically already have the pages for the demo for the campaign to launch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that reminds me. You talking about Inkslayer and remind me of Scotsman's story and how I picked up a couple copies of Robotech at the comic store.
Really?
Yeah, they're like. It doesn't seem like it was the like one of the higher quality artists, but yeah, it was a couple issues of Robotech, and they were in the dollar section, so I grabbed them.
Is that this a new series or the one that was American where Mike Baron wrote?
It might have been the American one, but it was drawn in the manga style, just like It looked like a 70s. Like it was colored and everything. It looked like something from the 70s.
Me, I got myself a little something. I haven't bought myself like a book or something like that for my collection for a while. Okay, I don't know if that's gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna test it out. Let's do that. If I get booted out, don't worry, I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm gonna try changing to my camera again. Did it work?
There you go. Nice.
Look at that big boy.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Dude, there's like 45 issues or something in it.
Yeah.
Nice. I've said it before. Like, I'm not trying to take away from anything from Peter Parker, but this is my favorite Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It is. I don't know if you ever read it. It's freaking insane. Even Nat, when you saw it, like you wanted to chip in. But yeah. I want to chip in. I want to be able to read it. Because he's like, dude, that Spider-Man's so cool because he actually has, some of his issues or, problems or difficulties is the fact that he has Spider's attributes. It's not just a perk. He has that bloodthirst. He has that night vision type of thing. He has those talons that come out of his fingers and toes to, stick, claw and hang to walls.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking cool. I always loved it. Like Peter David and Leonardo. I always thought that was awesome. And I finally found the full collection of manga of one of my favorite anime of all time. And I've told you before that I've been looking for them. And they were a bit expensive, but I found a full set. So I'm getting the Black Lagoon.
Sweet.
Issue 1 to 12. I'm like, okay, now I'm done. I'm not buying anything for a year. But when you pay your card and Amazon sends you like $40 of like gift card, you're like, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, zoink. Hey, what's up, Brian?
Yo.
This is your show too, right?
Yeah, get in here.
Yeah, let me switch back to my OBS. It's cool. That's fixed. Because remember, every time every time I tried this, I would get booed out.
Yeah.
And let's not mention the last time I got booted out like 8 times.
Yeah, that was funny.
8 goddamn times. It was before the 8th time. I think it was 7. Or did we get the 8 before everything?
I think we might have got to 8. Maybe more.
If we count the one before. Before the stream, yeah.
I realized that some advanced Discords with their voice chat,
Yeah.
they'll have a soundboard feature.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and some people like to mess with one sound in particular. It's a knocking sound, and whenever they play it, since everyone's got headphones on, it sounds like it's someone knocking on the wall to their room. So every time someone presses, it sounds like someone's knocking on the wall right beside me, and it's like, freak out a little bit because like, oh god, who's knocking on the wall at 12 a.m.?
They're coming for me.
It's like, at least, well, I may be getting raided, but at least they're polite.
We're coming in.
Excuse me, sir, are you decent? We got to rob you.
We'll make this quickly.
And as it turns out, Ron Perlman apparently made a very subtle threat to burn some producer's house down.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. Some producer who said that he was complaining about the writer's strike. Said if it keeps going on, then things will get pretty bad in Hollywood. And Ron Perlman basically threatened to burn his house down. Didn't directly say it, but
okay, guys. I'm just in the middle of a 6-man tag match at WWE 2K22. I'm to the butch mofo. Is that Bloodhunt too? Yep. But this might be a cover for the colored edition of Bloodhunt or reprint. But yeah, Bloodhunt 2's here. And let me show you something. Don't want to spoil anything, but just so you. And it's opening. I know you don't see the loading thing, but it's loading. There you go. Here's Bloodhunt 2. As you can see, very well in progress. And here's the intro. And that's going to be one of the covers. Some of the old vampires. It's been fun joining that guy again. I don't know if you missed, but I also, like I said before, before you came in, I'm probably found myself a colorist to take on the job of coloring Bloodhunt. So, yeah, I'm just not gonna say right now.
Yeah.
Badass cover layout. Yeah, I started inking it. But yeah, I don't always pencil everything completely. I just sometimes just jump to inks while working digital. If I would do that traditionally, I would do my pencil all the fucking way. Mostly, because ink don't forget it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also love working traditionally. It's so fun. Hopefully, I'll be able to get myself a bigger place and have enough room to have my digital working area and my traditional, and start, you know, doing more traditional art and painting and shit. Maybe I'll buy myself a place in the U.S.
Yeah, hopefully.
Did you test out your new 3D printer?
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm about to take mine out and print those little minis.
Sweet.
I didn't sell that many neither, so I guess like I'm gonna have to make 25 or something. Yeah, well. Anyways, I had them limited to 100.
Yeah.
I did not want to overdo it and get, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to have to basically manufacture them for like
Yeah,
probably a solid month. Just have that thing constantly going.
it's pretty much. There you go. Cool. 50 few things. And I'm fucking stoked. Like tomorrow that my order's coming in. I'm actually gonna get to read the manga of my favorite anime for the first time.
Nice.
Ooh, Black Lagoon is one of the goats. It's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah. Definitely has hilarious moments. Like the
It's funny. It's dark. It takes you to places that are like, oh shit.
I think my favorite scene in that whole series, or one of my favorite scenes, is where like the butcher lady
Mm,
with the chainsaw and the voice box thing.
yeah.
She's on the roof monologuing.
Yep.
Explosion knocks it out of her hand.
You know they made a spin off of her.
No.
Yeah.
That's, That's funny.
But she was hilarious.
Yeah.
She's the cleaner and the butcher. She's the cleaner. I can't do both. You have to admit it, she is kind of scary.
Yeah.
But I was reading a while back why I was wondering why we never got more, right? It technically stopped the series, and it was supposedly because the creator was not happy with the liberties they took in changing some of the ending and rock a bit. So I'm kind of very excited. I can't wait to freaking read the entire thing because everybody says the manga's even better.
Nice.
Hope you watch Primal. Of course I watch Primal. I keep telling everybody since I even freaking saw it the first time. Primal freaking insane. Guy and his T-Rex.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
watch.
BBC, the BBC show.
It was the animated show that had no.
Oh right,
no-
yeah. I thought there was a B. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure why my mind immediately went to the BBC show, but
You're
yes,
wrong.
I do remember Primal. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't watched the most recent episodes, but
Yeah, I need to finish watching the second season. I didn't fully watch them, but it's one of the things that I can't watch while I'm working. I have to
Yeah.
actually watch it.
yeah.
And I even had the plot for Blood Hunt 3 written all written down.
Nice.
And I even have issue 5. No, issue 4.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when I fall into that mode of like, I'm gonna go full vegetable and just go into my La La Land. And you already saw the pages that I was thinking of maybe adding to the book now with my verse.
Mhm.
Don't worry, people. They're already all done and covered.
Yeah.
They were meant for the next book. I'm thinking about it.
I still need to see that Sound of Freedom movie.
So what?
That movie, Sound of Freedom. Have you heard about that?
Oh yeah, I've heard about it. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the sex traffic, the child trafficking, sex trafficking type of thing. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw an interview with the guy who that story's based on. Yeah, it's like, well, it was an interview with that guy and the director of the movie, and the director was talking about how when they were filming that movie, um, like, so Jim Caviezel was going down to Colombia for the filming, and his wife was refusing, was like, no, 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 you can't go. It's really dangerous down there. And the director and the actual guy, Tim, he was like, they were like, don't worry, we got a bunch of former Navy SEALs who are going down there with us. He's gonna be fully protected. And she finally agreed. It's like, okay, yeah, we'll do that. And then as they're getting ready to film, those Navy SEALs just completely disappear off the set. And the director's freaking out, like, okay, hopefully his wife doesn't find out about this, because if so, we're going to be in big trouble here. So then a few days later, the Navy SEALs come back. It's like, oh yeah, sorry guys, we just found out that there was an operation going, a trafficking operation going down nearby, and we decided to take it out. So just sort of adding to the story as they're filming the story.
I'm probably one of those that I'm probably gonna watch.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll go to the theater to see it.
Yeah.
I really don't leave the house much. I'm like mostly strapped to my chair drawing.
Yeah.
Weekend calls my house like every day to make sure my family got me chained up properly. Did he get away again? Season 2 is even more metal. That Honey Color was so good. Thanks. I was probably gonna go see the movie tomorrow.
Nice. Yeah, I need to find a group to see it with.
I don't live close enough yet.
Yeah.
But, another thing is that if what I'm planning works, I might be able to go to the U.S. next year for a con.
Sweet.
So cross your fingers that whatever I'm doing, it's gonna work out.
Yeah. Brian, the link's in the Discord.
It's on our Discord. Should probably put it in Twitter DM group too.
Yeah.
It's in the Inkslayer one and the Scrolls, our private one.
Yep.
I'm even thinking of doing a new version of the logo.
Sweet.
A little makeover to that little motherfucker. A lot of people have been waiting for his return.
Yeah, there were some people who I've been talking to lately who seem pretty interested in all the things Inkslayer has to offer. So hopefully that can lead to some sales soon.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm gonna start pushing everybody again. Get that book ready.
Yeah. I've had a few people requesting a digital edition, and I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to. We have a way of doing digital on the website, right?
Yep.
Okay.
What I would need is probably you to have like a downloadable or a downloadable link, you know.
Yeah.
Or I could probably no. I think I could no. I could send an email that every time if they buy it, they get their email with a downloadable PDF.
Okay.
Yep. Totally doable.
Just heard the knock.
What's up?
All right, could somebody please explain to me why there are 2 fucking Inkslayer Discord groups?
One's for fans, one's for us.
Yeah, one's for everybody and one's private for us to work and share our private stuff.
It's all good. It's all good. It's just like, I kind of boomer shit a lot, and Discord is something I don't use a lot. So, it's just like so when I share shit, I'm gonna have to like contact you in private to have you remind me which group it's cool to share shit in and which
The
group
thing
it's
is, when you go on Discord, you can move those little rooms on the left, so you can put them in order.
Oh,
The way I differentiate them is that the one with the 3D head is the private, and the one with the 3D head is the public, and the one with the 2D one is the private.
Are you sure? Are you willing to commit to that, sir?
Okay, the black skull is private. The white skull is public.
Okay, because I was just thinking that it was the other way around from what you had just said, like
No,
a minute earlier.
The one that you see floating in the back.
God damn it, man!
That's
yeah,
the private Discord, and it's technically our open. It's where we just hang out and work.
White background, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black skull. That's the private
one. White background, black skull. Yep, that's the private.
All right.
And the one with the white faced skull. That's the private.
Okay. Right.
So just Inkslayer itself. It's just Inkslayer private. Inkslayer Entertainment public.
God damn it, man.
The one with entertainment.
All right. Okay. All right. I think I.
It's like that. If you want to share something just for your book, your progress while we work on your book, nobody can have access to it. That's why we have the private.
Gotcha, because I don't want to be sharing shit that people don't want shared. Because I've been known to do
exactly, because you can be under a freaking private thing, but you can show your studio people that help you, but you don't want everybody else to see.
I also smoke a lot of weed, so
that's not an excuse. Fuck you.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the people that I know who are actually the problem is that I don't smoke enough weed because I've known people that have had minds like steel traps, great memories, knocking out a novel a week, reading, a lot and retaining what they're reading. And they smoke joints like cigarettes and they seem to be fine. But then it seems to me like the people who are sort of more casual stoners are just more Yeah, I think you have to go full circle, maybe. I don't know.
Smoke so much weed that the weed cancels itself out.
Yeah. Because I had a girlfriend, right? Who was real fucking smart. It's one of the things I really liked about her, right? Really, really smart. And a PhD and all that stuff. And medieval history. and she was just, I mean, she would go through like a bag that would last me like a month, and she'd go through that like in like 2 days.
Oh.
And I never felt comfortable getting stoned with her because, you know, have you ever been like stoned and then you're with somebody that's not stoned and it starts to make you feel self-conscious?
Yep.
I would feel self-conscious around her because I'd be kind of like, duh, I'm ready to watch a Godzilla movie or something. And like her mind would still be just like completely, you know, on point.
But that's you, and that's what it does. Yeah.
And that's only, I'm telling you, the only people I've ever seen that are like that are the people that just smoke all the time.
The thing is, I think it's different type of people. It's
yeah, that's likely.
like you know, people that have high resistance to painkillers or pain. Well, they can take it.
Ah,
people-
yes.
hmm
Right, like there's some people that are resistant to anesthesia.
I mean, they need to shoot me twice to put me down. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be something like that. I mean, we are talking about brain chemistry, which, you know, we know more about outer space than we know about inner space. Like, that's literally true. We know more about outer space than, like, the workings of the human brain.
Mhm.
And, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm always happy when they discover new shit. Like they know what Alzheimer's is now, which means they can't cure it, but they know what it is. So that means it's curable, right? That's
Mhm.
actually the only part of like my drugs and human behavior, my psychopharmacology class that I took in at university. The only part of that class that I got into was when you study the brain and the spinal column. That shit's fascinating.
Yep. Yeah. Maybe
Dense.
the nucleus and everything.
And synapses and neurons and everything, and the hypothalamus. How like
And how if you actually check properly, like the entire idea of like you have an entire ecosystem living on you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's fucking it's insane.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts.
You think about it, you start having little shivers like spiders around your body because it's fucked up. That's what.
Oh man, yeah, no, that shit you just don't even need to know. You don't even need to know.
But it's fascinating. You know?
Oh, it's fascinating, and I can handle it. But I think about like a hypochondriac really should not be watching this shit.
Well, I mean, it's more about the fact that they're little spiders that work on your body, and then you have the same feeling as when you see a spider next to you, like know, like you have little ant tickles or something.
Yes.
You're like, ah.
Yes. And yeah, no, you didn't. Yeah, I mean, it's the fact that we're almost like planets, right, in and of ourselves is fascinating. Yeah. That's one of the reasons I find the Ant-Man movies like so disappointing. I didn't even watch the last one, but even with the first one, I was thinking like, oh, you could do something really cool with that, right? Like the Incredible Shrinking Man. You know, where it's like he keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. He literally never stops shrinking. So he goes like into like goes into the whatchamacallit, like the quantum realm. Although this was even before that, I think they had a term for the quantum realm. So I was hoping it's like, okay, it's a superhero movie, but also maybe you could do like some really interesting, cool science fiction shit. And it just, you know, you kind of got neither. And it's strange too because when you read like the book of the history of Marvel, I wish I could remember the name of it. It was really, really good because it's an audiobook too. The one movie that Stan Lee was constantly trying to get made, that he was obsessed with getting made, wasn't Spider-Man. It wasn't the Hulk. It wasn't, Daredevil or Captain America or the Fantastic Four. It was Ant-Man. For some reason, he was like that was like the one that he kept pushing. This is like when he was talking to people like Fellini. I know was a big fan.
And when you think about it, it's one of the ones that the movie aspect wise simpler to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, no, I mean, I guess because he'd probably
especially after Honey, I Shrunk the Kid.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, which was actually written by Stuart Gordon, the horror director. He that was supposed to be like a low budget movie that he was going to direct, and then it blew up and into a big Hollywood production. But then they didn't want him as a director. He had actually written that, but for his kids, because his kids were frustrated, and he was frustrated because all of his movies are like these really nasty horror films that he couldn't show to his own kids. So he wanted to make something that his kids could watch. That was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah, I mean, The Incredible Shrinking Man, all that shit. It's just like the potential for people becoming really tiny is just really fascinating. And God, no, yeah, and of course I won't even watch the third one. That fucking MODOK scene. That's just like branded in my brain. I was just like, man, like in one image, that's Disney Marvel. It's like MODOK was not even that MODOK was ever like a top tier villain. He wasn't.
Nobody
right? He was like they're heroes that are like B-listers and D-listers. Definitely like a D-list villain, but he was creepy. Like there was something spooky about this giant fucking head.
Robotic-ish.
Yes, because he was a synthetic organism.
Yep.
With these little tiny vestigial arms and legs floating around and just full of pure malice for humanity. It was creepy. It's just like, but I mean, they hired like one of the writers from Rick and Morty, so I guess he gave them what they wanted. Gave them a Rick and Morty movie.
I'm guessing not the good one.
Definitely not. The last Marvel movie, I told myself, made a promise to myself, like the last, because I'm completely divorced. I've been divorced from Disney Marvel for like a while now, right? Like Werewolf by Night for me was like the last straw. I'm like, okay, bye, peace out. Didn't bother with She-Hulk, any of that crap.
But you didn't like Werewolf by Night?
No, really didn't. Very disappointed by that. And also disappointed that Man-Thing was just...
What's up, James?
2.0. What up, James? It's like the Man-Thing is that's a character that's literally mindless.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Groot. But I guess they were just like, well, what do we do with this Man-Thing? He's like what? He's like a tree man? Oh, well, just like make him like Groot. Like, in other words, Werewolf by Night, I could tell from watching that movie that the person was not a fan of the comic books. Which I know they actually go out of their way to find people that aren't fans of the comics. They've even said so. So
Dude,
whatever.
Like, when I heard about Moon Knight and I saw that they made like the last iteration of fucking Moon Knight, like seriously, you're gonna do Moon Knight and you're not even gonna do the Moon Knight.
Yeah, well, you kind of got all of them. Mr. Knight showed up occasionally, but my problem with that, and they got me with that one too, bait and switched me like a motherfucker, because the first episode was really good, and Oscar Isaacs is a fantastic actor. He's really, really a compelling screen presence, right? And so they hooked me, and then I watched the whole thing, and I'm just like, okay, so motherfuckers, out of like 6 episodes, which is about 6 hours, I got 5 minutes of Moon Knight? Bitch, please, right? Isn't it called Moon Knight? Like, shouldn't you have Moon Knight in every episode? And also, have him, like, hanging out, chasing Jack Russell, Werewolf by Night, putting those little fucking moon-shaped shurikens in his ass. But no, just, made with contempt for its audience.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, what was my point? I promised myself the last one I'm going to watch is Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when it comes out.
1, it's out, and 2, I've seen it, and 3, fuck. It's a big mess. Imagine like, it's a big messy spaghetti.
Yeah, but here's the thing that's interesting, right? It's like somebody asked me, well, like, what's Guardians 3 about?
Nothing makes sense.
It's about vivisection.
Yeah.
And they're like, huh? I'm like, it's about vivisection. Well, what do you mean? Like it's like the island of Dr. Moreau. It's about the way that we treat animals. And so it's like it's like, oh, it's like a Marvel movie that's actually about something, right? And there are things I enjoyed about it. I liked it less than the first one, more than the second.
I like
It is a mess. Adam Warlock isn't used very well.
That
Howard
entire
the Duck
freaking
cameo.
thing with their sovereignty was stupid. They changed the
Oh,
reason
yeah.
why they're after them for no reason.
Yeah,
The character that's supposed to be the high evolutionary is not the high evolutionary. He's a freaking
it's Dr.
Anyways.
Moreau.
yeah.
Back to the
It's-
House
it-
of
it-
Pain,
it-
I was expecting him to say. But that actor
The-
is fucking phenomenal.
The entire freaking movie makes no sense. There's no conclusion to nothing. There's no.
Yes.
It's just a whole bunch a mess. They made not Gamora. What's the name of the other one?
Nebula.
Oh,
Nebula.
Nebula.
Nebula
Yeah.
into Gamora from the first movie. She's the mother. She's the one's holding the thing. She's the one's taking care of everybody. Like she did an entire bed of switch. Then you have fucking Star Lord. That's now he's a fucking loser alcoholic that's been drinking. Nobody doesn't care. Doesn't do nothing.
The worst Chris, by the way. The worst
Mhm.
Chris.
Like nothing makes
Yeah.
sense. I
But
can't
did you-
say it
yeah,
sucks. I can't
did
say
you-
there's nothing enjoyable in it.
Right,
The
right.
thing
I
is,
mean,
the
you go
movie
in.
is just meh.
Right. You go in with your expectations because you're like,
I went there with Coleman
Disney
and his mom.
Marvel.
I went there with Coleman and his mom, and
Yeah.
and his mom came out and goes, "Best thing in the movie was the dog." I go, "I know."
Like even the Soviets who launched me into space, assuming I die a horrible death, will never be so terrible as to say is
Yeah.
a bad dog.
And they made her. They
That
made
was
her
cute as
into.
fuck.
And they
I
made
know
her
they should
into
have
a
used the real
female.
dog.
Yeah, they made her into a female. It's supposed to be a male.
I know. Yeah, Cosmo.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I mean that shit was still cute.
Yeah, but still, and
yeah.
the power that dog had was like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, look, it's you. Right, you go in with your expectations lowered. You understand also this isn't the Guardians of the Galaxy from the comic books, any of the iterations. It's its own thing. The first movie was actually all like good. The second one was watchable, and I would say that the third one, it's like the second best in the series. I enjoyed it.
I'd say the second one is better than the third one. I just don't like the dad thing, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
The entire dad and the conclusion, because Gunn is not good to end his shit.
No. I wasn't crazy
Most
about that.
of his movies, the endings are.
Yes. Well, a lot of directors are like that. A
Yeah.
lot of directors have problems with endings. A lot of writers have problems with endings. That's why I always make sure that when I start something, I have my ending. Because for me, everything else is building up to that. Like I try to write my stories so that like if you change the ending, like the scaffolding of the entire story would just go boom, like that. That doesn't mean I can't, change the ending when I get to it, right? You always have that freedom, but you at least you know where you're going. You never have to worry about painting yourself into a corner, because when you see writers do that or filmmakers do that, it is embarrassing as fuck. Like there's a French horror movie, High Tension. Have you seen that? It's
Nope.
like from like the early 2000s.
Oh, Haute Tension, yes.
Yes, you could tell, right? Like because that's a really good movie, all the way up until the end, where you're just
Yep.
like, oh, they didn't have an ending.
Yep.
And it's just
they
like-
didn't want to go, or sometimes because they didn't want to do the original ending they intended to, because it's not a good
Terrible.
end. Yeah.
It ruins the film. It's like you can have a film that opens strong and ends badly, and it's a shit. You can have something that doesn't open great, but if it ends great, if the ending is just like a fucking banger, you're good. That's far more acceptable. You can then say like, well, yeah, that was actually pretty. That was still pretty damn good.
It's one of the reasons why I think Cabin in the Woods is so fucking good.
Yes. I
It was-
enjoyed that. I enjoyed that so much more than I thought I would.
Yeah, it's so good. And me, I remember the first time watching it, and I noticed the bird, and I realized a lot of people never fucking notice the bird
Yeah.
when they're going in.
Yes.
The bird that hits the fucking wall.
Yes.
And right from the bat, I'm like, oh, hold on, this is interesting.
Yes. Yeah. It's like they're in a giant holodeck, basically.
Yeah.
But then the monsters are real, and my favorite part, I know
And
we've
they're all
had
from
this
they're
discussion
all
before.
from movies we've known in a way, but
Yes.
Yeah.
When you see a cross section of like basically the prison that they're keeping all the monsters in, and it's basically like a giant monster vending machine,
yeah, it's
right?
It
But they're all
reminded
these
me.
little cubes, and you
It
just like
reminded
press
me
the
of
button.
13 Ghost.
Yes.
It was
That-
exactly the same principle as 13
Yeah, it was.
Ghost.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. And just like that wide shot, and you can just like freeze frame it and just start picking out like all the different monsters.
Mm-hmm.
The merman. Have you ever seen that thing? It's terrifying.
I'll never get to the merman.
Yeah, no, and I'm not a,
And
I
we
am
can,
not
and
a
we
Joss
get to see
Whedon
a
fan.
unicorn stab somebody
Yeah, yeah.
through a
And
wall.
when Chris Hemsworth is like, hey, maybe we should get out of here. There's like a special gas that like blasts in his face so that he becomes dumber,
Yeah.
becomes like a dumb jock.
Yep. Dude, I
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
love this shit. Yeah, it's
yeah,
fucking
it's
insane.
hilarious. Yeah.
'Cause they all start changing into the character from the movie. They're like,
Yes.
the nerd is the
Yes.
jock. The jock.
Right.
You're like, hold on, wait,
But-
what?
But then with the ending, the last girl, it turns out, isn't the proper sacrifice.
And
It's
how-
actually the boy. It's
Yeah.
right, who would nowadays be like called like an infel or something.
He's
like
the
that.
virgin. Yeah.
Because he's the virgin, right? And still awkward, scared of girls. 18 years old. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that movie's brilliant. I think it's a lot of fun. I have never been a Joss Whedon stan.
No, but when he does something good, you have to give it to him. I love
Yes, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Is I
it.
always
I remember
keep it
enjoying
real.
Buffy when I was younger. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, I was not into it.
I enjoyed it as a younger. Then after that, I enjoyed Firefly a lot.
Yeah, I watched like the first. I think I watched the first episode of that and just wasn't into it. Never watched an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Just the movie concept just kind of offended me as a horror fan.
Okay.
Right, but
Oh.
I know that a lot of people love that TV series and a bunch of spin-offs. I think they did like this
I
extra season
enjoyed
in
it.
comic form.
I enjoyed Angel more.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
The series. It was
Yeah,
darker. It was more. It was more mature. It was darker. It was more. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, mind you, when I say like, yeah, I couldn't get into it, that doesn't mean I'm like, oh well, like I'm a little highbrow here. That's beneath me, because you're talking to a guy who has every episode of the Highlander TV series on DVD. That's the kind of questionable shit I watch.
I told you you're made to get along with Dave.
Yeah. oh, he's into
Swords,
that.
yeah, dude. He loved that series too.
Oh my god.
Me,
Well,
I'm the one that I love the movies. I didn't really like this. I won't say the series was bad. I just thought it was a
started
good
out
start.
bad. It was cheesy. Right? It was very, very low budget. Shot mostly in Canada, right? And then in France, because I think that was produced by Gaumont,
Yep.
right? And Gaumont also produced the Highlander animated series, which is like set like in the far-flung future.
But dude, to be quite honest, I love the first movie.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember loving the second movie, but when I rewatched it, not so much.
It's so bad.
Yeah,
It's so bad. The
I
Renegade
love
cut,
the concept. I love the idea, but it's bad.
it's even the director's cut, the Renegade version.
Just
that's
like
100 times better, but it's just like, wait, they're from another planet or they're from the future?
I remember back then it was probably because of the cyberpunk.
No, it was because they fucked with the mythology. That's what sucks about it.
No, that I liked.
Oh, okay.
But the what I don't like is they fuck with the mythology of it.
It has at least one great scene.
But
right when those dudes come
the
down,
animated movie one, the anime version one.
Oh, that's awesome!
It's fucking insane.
Yeah, of course it is. It's by the guy that did fucking Ninja Scroll
And the Red Line, yeah.
Yes, and Redline. Yeah, I've hyped.
I love the
so
intro.
Many people, and they won't watch it.
I love the intro. Like, you know, like the intro is like you have a little action, but then you have the guitar.
Yes.
And all along the guitar of the intro, the song of the intro. Well, it's the fucking bad guy in this fucking castle playing it. You're like, oh, dude, that's fucking insane.
Yes.
Dude, as an intro, that's fucking insane.
It is. And I loved because that was actually written by the guy who was the head writer on the Highlander TV series and was the story editor. And all of like the best episodes, he had written those, and he wrote the anime. And I love the idea of Rome being an idea, right? That Rome wasn't just the Roman Empire; that the Roman Empire jumps around through time. Right, and it appears in different places at different times. Right, at one point it's Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
Right, and God, I think also like the Napoleon. I think Napoleonic France. Like whenever there's that Rome's an idea. I just thought that was so cool.
Yep, and if people haven't seen it and you like Highlander, go watch it, because to me it's like the second best movie of Highlander made.
Oh, easy.
It's anime. Yeah.
Oh, easy. Oh, dude. Hold on.
Dude, when he goes to fight the one with the chainsaw sword, that's fucking insane. But, you know, that soundtrack was also insane. Oh, Ryan, did you see what I got? What I got myself?
Now what?
But technically, you know, I got myself two things.
Oh, what? Did you get yourself like a nice, big old hardcover?
Yes.
Oh, is that the Spider-Man 2099?
Oh, you saw it? Yes.
Yeah.
Freaking insane.
I've never read that.
Oh, dude, it's Spider-Man the Fly.
That's a cool idea, and it's Peter David, right?
It's Peter David with Rick Leonardi, and dude, it's fucking insane. The idea is like they're trying to reproduce the powers of Spider-Man and shit like that, because there's mutation and shit and, you know, stuff like that. And a guy gets jealous, throws him in the fucking tank, a bit like the Fly, and he gains the fucking power of a spider. But the thing is, that's what Nat likes it a lot too. He goes, dude, it's my favorite Spider-Man ever since I fucking discovered him. I'm like, I know, me too. Ever since it fucking happened, it's like, he's my favorite Spider-Man. Because not only does he get the super strength, the agility, and the, you know, type of thing, and shoot web, because he's the one that shoots web directly from his wrist.
Right, which they did with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
And he can run out too, because, you know, he has to. So the thing is, it's freaking awesome, because he has the bloodlust, the bloodthirst. He grows fangs. He has fangs that he has to hide sometimes, because it's when the bloodthirst comes in. He has the night vision, and
so he's really
he
a
hangs
monster.
to wall because he has talons coming out of his fingers and his toes. Yes,
that sounds gnarly.
It's insane, dude. I fucking
it sounds
love
like a monster.
Yeah,
that's
fucking
awesome
insane.
idea.
I loved it when I found it. I bought it. Like, Nat saw me looking at it, and I'm like, dude, it's hard to find. And I found a place that are selling it for like that amount. He's like, that? Yeah. You're hesitating? Yeah. I'm chipping in. I want to read that shit. And I'm like, done. Boom.
There you go. Yeah, man.
But the other thing I also found and that's why I'm like not buying books for a little while.
Yeah.
I found the full collection of Black Lagoon, one of my favorite fucking anime ever, and I've never got to read them.
It's so you're talking about, because I've only ever seen the anime and
Yeah, no, but
the OVA, but I've
I
never
was
read
try-
the manga.
I was
So
trying
you
to get all the mangas, and they used to be like 25, 26, and you used to buy them from sellers and shit like that.
Oh god.
But Amazon had a few issues coming live of all the set, and I had like a few discounts on some of them, and I got a $40 discount gift card, and I'm like, dang! So I bought all 12 issues.
Nice.
They'll be here
Shit.
tomorrow. I do.
Yeah,
I love that shit. Like Black Lagoon is fucking insane.
Oh yeah, that's a fantastic series. I really enjoyed the hell out of that. And only one season, right?
Nope.
How many seasons were there of that?
There's 2 seasons plus
The
2
two?
OVAs.
And
Yep.
then 2 OVAs, because I
But
think
the
I only saw one of the.
It's an OVA, but it's split in 2 or 3 episodes. So technically, you had.
Okay.
Hold on, let me go say it. I should add it. I want to remember the names.
Right.
Obviously,
Man,
platinum.
The one thing you recommended that I kicked myself in the ass for not watching sooner was fucking Helsing Ultimate.
Oh, dude, it's insane.
Dude,
yeah, did you go watch
Nazi-
what? Did you go watch the abridged version on fucking YouTube now?
Yes, I did.
Dude,
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
on.
Yes,
Like,
it's
do you
fantastic.
agree that they
Yeah.
succeeded into keeping the important thing in it?
Yes.
They made it funnier.
Yes.
And they succeeded in making it better.
I would have to agree.
It's weird. It's a more fun watch. Like, it's so intense.
Do you know what it
The
reminded
comedy,
me
like,
of?
say my fucking name, dude. Did you see that freaking actress? Like, there was a video when I was watching the thing on YouTube. I saw the video of her recording the freaking thing. Watch it, dude. She looks so
Okay.
adorable, like a freaking like sweetheart, and she's like, and she does the voices of all the chicks in there. But when she does the thing, dude, she turns red. You see the freaking veins coming out.
Oh, like Ric Flair, when he would throw those fits, and you just see his face like turning gradually purple.
Yes. It's like, say my fucking name. I'm like, fuck yes, it gives you shivers.
Hugo.
But she
Boss.
made it. She made it. And
Marmalade.
she actually does voice acting now, and yeah,
That's awesome.
but she's fucking awesome.
Well, they did such a professional job of that. Do you know what that reminded me of? It
Mhm.
reminded me of Shogun Assassin. Have you ever seen that?
Yep.
Right? 2 of the Lone Wolf and Cub movies, right? 2 of them chopped up and thrown together, stitched together, Frankenstein monster style, a brand new synth soundtrack, and dubbed. And it's fucking awesome. It's like everything should have told you, like, this is going to be a clusterfuck, this is going to be a
Mhm.
disaster, and it turned out amazing. I
Okay.
actually got to see that in the theater at the Alamo Draft House, and the audience fucking applauded.
And Brian, season 1 is Black Lagoon. Season 2 is called the Second Barrage.
Oh, okay.
And
All right.
season 3 is the OVA. There's like a few. It's like 5 episodes, and it's called Roberta's Blood Trail. And dude,
Gotcha.
if you haven't seen Second Barrage and
Yes, I think I have.
Blood Trail, dude, it's where Roberta comes in,
Right.
the maid,
Right.
and she's fucking insane.
Have you seen-
And in the last one, in Blood Trail, she loses her shit. She's
Okay.
back, and she actually loses her mind, and she goes ballistic. It's even worse than when you see her coming after Rev.
I don't know if it's a manga or not, but Jormungand was a series that I just loved to pieces, that I thought was brilliantly conceived, and that would make maybe the best John Woo movie ever. Have you seen that, Jormungand?
Doesn't ring a bell.
It's about this woman who wants to who's an arms dealer, but her ultimate goal is world peace. And she gets the best bodyguards that she can find, like the most badass mercs, and one of them is a little boy, like a little boy soldier that comes from like Afghanistan and was part of like a warlord's harem, right? Because like the warlords in Afghanistan keep harems of little boys, and it's actually like a status symbol, right? And so this little boy's been like, sexually abused, is being held as a slave, and one day he gets his hands on an AK-47, and he just fucking just absolutely fucking kills like all of the adults in the place, and then he becomes like gets recruited into fighting the war against the United States, right? During the invasion. So he's like I think maybe like a 12, 13-year-old boy that's like a master killer. That's like, but still a kid. It's, oh man, I think, you could never do that as an American movie, because you can't have, I remember people were pissed off about the little boy villain, the little boy gangster in RoboCop 2.
Yes.
Like, people got mad about that. And I thought, what an intriguing idea for a villain.
Especially that it does fucking happen.
Yes, absolutely. And with
that's the thing, is that they get offended about stuff that actually happened, actually real.
They do. Yep.
Yeah, but don't tell them how bad I can be.
Yeah, I know. It's disgusting. They'd rather just grandstand over like identity politics.
Yep.
They don't give a fuck about actual human suffering. They're not well. That's why we call them collectivists and keyboard warriors. It's not like they're actually out there doing anything in the world, or even like.
It's like I was seeing a video earlier about supposedly like a guy that got shot by the police right there, and there's a big manifestation of like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, because they killed a black man and stuff like that. But that guy was trying to kill his wife and his daughter and his kid.
Right.
Like shooting in the house and shit like that, trying to kill them. Jesus. And I'm like, seriously, like, what the fuck are you guys doing? It's not your fault. I was like, dude.
They're idiots. Like the other night when we were reviewing Prophecy, the hero in that is what I call an actual justice warrior. That's to say, he's a guy who's like all political, you know for sure during the 60s. He was at the university rallies against the war and all that shit, burning his draft card, all that crap. But like now he's like a doctor that's like tending to people, the poor people in the inner city. Like when the movie opens, he's treating a baby that's like living in a slum for rat bites, and it's just like actual justice warrior, right? But then again, it's just like, think about that. How much work that would involve, right? Going to school for fucking like 6-8 years, and then actually having to go and like hang out and tend to like the actual people that you're so stridently defending, but you probably wouldn't want living next door to you.
That's the worst thing of all of them.
Yes. Seriously, man, like most black people I know don't trust white liberals, and as a white liberal, I could say they're right not to trust us. Because most of us are... well, gee, I don't even know what to call myself now. The Overton window has moved so far. It's just like... I remember when, like, American liberals, we were the staunchest defenders of the First Amendment. Mm-hmm. Right? We're all about the First Amendment. We're like Nazis marching in Skokie. It's like, okay, yeah, it's fucked up, but the First Amendment is very, very clear. Right? Now, it's just like, if you don't agree with complete and total censorship, it's like now you're the alt-right Yahtzee. It's crazy, man.
And if the masses want to shut you down, they should be able to. I'm like, wait, what?
Yep. Well, it's not censorship unless the government does it. Well, the government's doing it. We have evidence of that now. Well, it's still okay. Why? Because Trump. That's really what it's all about. It's all about, because Trump, because he so severely damaged their brains, and they're like, I can handle everything, and I can handle the truth and facts and stuff, but it's those other people. It's those other people. We have to just tell them what to think because, well, look what they did. Look who they voted for.
Yeah. So you can't even know what to
Patronizing
identify with, but you're
motherfuckers.
going to tell us that we're doing. That you're going to tell people what to do. Okay.
All right. Very, very boring. Highlander Blu-ray. I have the original DVD too, which was fucking horrible. Terrible, terrible
The
transfer.
The Blu-ray of what?
Highlander, mofo.
The first one?
Here we
yeah.
are. This is a movie I own in every format except Laserdisc. There's certain movies like that: Escape from New York, Dawn of the Dead, Highlander, Mad Max 2. This was the cool version right here because it's a steelbook, like it's actually made out of metal.
Yeah, I have that one.
Is yours rusting?
No. I had. I said.
Oh, okay.
You
Because-
said it was Future Shop or Best Buy. I think they used to have them.
Yeah. Yep. Best Buy is most likely where I got this. They had the edition of the Wicker Man that came in a wooden box that had like the title and like the logo burned into the surface. Crazy shit like that.
I got so hooked into like Black Lagoon back then, and they were so like not findable that I had to import them. And they're all metal casing. I just can't find them. But they were all coming in metal casing with a print and everything. I have the same thing for Trigon.
Oh God, I've got the let's see, I got the Hellraiser 2 steel box. I also have the King Kong steel box. This particular edition was great though because it was the special Queen version. So it had a copy of the movie, and then it had a bonus disc which was like Queen music videos. So yeah, I was happy to get my hands on that, but had to upgrade. Oh God, I'm so happy. It looks like I'm not gonna be a fucking broke ass bitch for much longer. Oh my God.
Why?
Well, because like the sale of the house has gone through and everything, so I should.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like job or
No. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take first I have to find a new place to move into, right? And that's proving difficult because my credit was pristine my entire life, but then my mom got sick and I have to quit my job to take care of her, so now it's fucked. And so I'm probably gonna have to lay down like 6 months, maybe a year.
And you don't declare yourself as self-employed doing comics.
yeah, it's a bad idea too.
You should have done that though.
Actually, that is what I did. That's what I put in the form. Yeah, when I filled it out. So, but also it's a place that's like 45 minutes where I am from here. It's in Goshen, which is like upstate New York. And my realtor, who's a sweetheart, evidently has an in with the owner. And so she can explain the extenuating circumstances and that I'm not a deadbeat and all that other shit. Or like a drug risk. Problem is my realtor says that she can hopefully finagle this for me, but right now the place that I want to rent has a no pets policy, and I'm like, I need the fucking kitty. I need the fucking kitty. I need the kitty badly. Life sucks without any critters in the house, man. Really, really does. Like as much as I hated losing my mother and my brother and my father, losing my cat was actually like the worst thing that happened that year, because like he was the thing that was like holding me up, and then it was just like, it's like, really, God, you can just be like, nope, taking everything, Yeah, that sucked, but all shit was temporary. I always do that, and. What I want to do is take like a year off and just dedicate myself completely just balls deep into making comics and busting IPs. And, seeing where it goes. I mean, I don't see comics as anything other ultimately than a side hustle, but like right now is a good time, and I'm gonna have so much shit coming out. I'm gonna have the Kill Journal thing coming out, the Finch thing. I'm gonna have that. Abraxas is the graphic novel that I did with Adam Lawson, the wrestler meets The Shining. That's coming out. Then of course Preston, when he gets back, is gonna be working on the new Six Gun, hopefully. And also, are you going to be doing more breakdowns for that?
Of course, but I don't even know. I almost did the full 9 issue 9.
Dude,
I did like that issue almost in one shot. I just have to go back and do the final 5 pages, I think.
Oh, awesome. Because when I relaunch on fundmycomic.com, I want to have some finished art, because I think the reason my campaign stalled at 8K was because I didn't have covers, pages, and shit to show. When I have some shit to show, that's when I'm going to.
I think people worry too much about campaigns stalling.
Yeah, I mean, look,
especially when you're funded and in demand. So very well from experience that they all stall. They stall 2 weeks in, at least a week or two.
Yep.
Then at the end of that first month, it picks up again the last 2 weeks. In demand for a while, you'll pick up a few more here and there, and then at the end, where you're getting ready to be done, that's when you go around. You go, "We're done, bitches."
Right. And in the meantime, I just threw it up. I'm going to throw it up on Kickstarter, and contact all the people that backed the previous trade paperback, and say, "Hey, here's volume 2," but I'm not going to do anything really to promote it.
How is it doing? How is it going on the?
Oh, it's the Kickstarter hasn't officially launched yet. They're like,
I'm talking about Markova, because says that Anguilla's going there, no?
Oh, to fundmycomic.com.
No, Markova is that the publisher that you were.
Oh, Markova. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you properly. Yeah, I mean the second issue, I'm having a little bit of a problem, because it's like they don't just want the PDF, they want the original art and they want the original lettering. And I don't have the original lettering for all of the comics. So I don't know if they're going to spring to have that shit relettered, or if they're going to be able to just work with the PDF. I mean, so far they haven't done a hard copy. They've only put the first issue on Amazon as a DL, as a Kindle edition.
It's not even on print on demand floppies. It's just on.
Right. But the contract I signed with them was so reasonable. I mean, I'm still gonna have to go over it with a lawyer, but it was really reasonable. It's not going to prevent me from doing my own shit. That's why it's I've read a lot of contracts, and that was maybe one of the first ones that didn't have any legalese in it. That, and also the contracts that I signed with Adam Lawson. It's just bare bones, boom, 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 boom. Not fucking 50 pages. Because I'm telling you, man, every time somebody wanted to option a screenplay or print a comic or something like that, this is over the last 20 years, dude. Every time that happened, and it didn't happen that often, but it happened occasionally. The way it went was I took it to a lawyer and had to pay them $3,000 for them to say, "Yeah, don't sign this."
Yeah.
If there's shit in there about theme park rides, right? We reserve the rights for theme park rides. Don't sign that shit. That's always a bad sign. But yeah, I'm looking
own it for perpetuity throughout space.
Yeah, like the guy who wrote the Witcher novels. But I think they have been kind to him. Just probably for publicity purposes. Though the comics industry has been a little, not the comics industry, the movie industry has been a little kinder towards comic book creators. They like Denny
Because
O'Neil.
they realized that most of the movies were ripped off from comic books.
Well, yeah. Well, it's like, and this is what I'm assuming that they like. I'm sure they did this with like Walter Simonson, for instance. Was what they do is they send you a check, and they're sort of like, well, we don't know nothing. We're not admitting to anything, but here's a little check. And like Denny O'Neil said, he went to see Batman Begins, and he was like, those motherfuckers, they took Ra's al Ghul. They took the scene where the kid falls, where Bruce Wayne falls into the into the Batcave. He's like, they took a bunch of my shit. And those motherfuckers. And then he got a check in the mail, and he was just like, boy, those guys are nice. So, so they treat the comic industry will always treat its creators like shit, but Hollywood is like, and now mind you, I'm sure they're just doing this shit just to cover their ass.
No, that's the thing. That's how they keep their rights. They stole the right, and they're going to keep them. That's the only way they can.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, because the real big case was when Blade came out, and was that Marv Wolfman?
Mm-hmm.
Right. The day after it came out, he's just like, I'm suing you motherfuckers. And because Blade was created by me and Gene Colan. And then, of course, he lost the case, and fucking John Byrne famously took the stand against him.
He did the same thing against Kirby.
What a... You do that to Marv Wolfman, you're a dick.
But you know why they did that? You know why they both did that? Because the same thing as Stan Lee. They were bought by Marvel. Why do you think that who do you think owns the biggest collection of Jack Kirby art directly from Marvel?
Dude, that's one of the reasons why I stopped reading Marvel for a long time, was because they wouldn't give him back his art.
No, they sold it to John Byrne.
Oh!
John Byrne has the biggest fucking Kirby collection of original art from the yeah.
Oh, that is some dirty shit. Damn! What a snap!
Why do you think he's so hated?
Well, I know everybody hates that guy. Like, he's one of those guys, if I ever see him at a convention. But mind you, that run...
I'm sorry, he did an amazing job with this reinventing Superman back in the days. I love that. I love that series, Man of Steel.
Yeah, I really wasn't crazy about it.
His X-Men run was
Fantastic
the shit.
Four. Didn't like his Fantastic Four run.
His X-Men was awesome.
But his Chris Claremont, John Byrne, and Terry Austin on inks, because John Byrne's shit never looked as good when he didn't have Terry Austin inking it. Those three, Team Supreme. Like, that fucking run on the X-Men, dude. That's what turned me into an X-Men stan.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I
discovered it like that, dude. I discovered it with the Hellfire Club and all that John Byrne shit, like in Marvel Classic or something like that, and all that.
Yeah.
And at that time, it was Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, and all those people that were in X-Men,
right,
riding the fuck out of it. Liefeld was new, and me, I was there at that time. So
I was a pretty small kid. I was a little kid when those X-Men. When that run, like the Dark Phoenix, that era started, and got back into it. Like when I got back into it in high school, I think it was Ramita Jr. that was doing the art on X-Men by that point. But then, of course, I had to go back and buy all the back issues, because back then there were no trade paperbacks. You just had to, like, I was never a collector. I was always just buying old books just because I wanted to read them. The Frank Miller Daredevils.
Okay, so it's 12:15. It's going to be 2 hours soon. Oh, we're going to end this soon. 1 hour and 45 minutes. I'm almost done with this.
Dude, that's looking fucking sweet, by the way.
Thank you. I'm thinking of using that for the reprint, the colored reprint of Blood Hunt.
You know, I have to say, Blood Hunt looks better in color. I hope you don't take that as a diss, because it's just one of those things where it's just like some shit looks better in black and white, like death. Like, who the hell is in their right mind is going to buy that in color?
I did.
Motherfucker! How dare you, Michael? By the way, you've been very quiet. How are you doing?
Good. Just a little tired.
No news is good news.
See those
Yeah.
nice, see that nice, cute little lovable face.
Mm-hmm. Now that's a
Yeah.
proper That's a proper vampire.
Yeah.
Oh man! So this is going to come out before the Doc Salem Blood Hunt crossover.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm working on something for Preston right now. That's going to have a very kind of like 70s Marvel horror vibe to it. As soon as I have something, well, I don't know if he shared any of the art, because it's really so far just one illustration that I'm working from. But I've been reading all the old issues of like Ghost Rider, Son of Satan, all of like the Devil comics from like 74, 75.
Oh, is that writing the writing devil thing? Forgot the name of it.
Yeah,
Huh?
Hell Knight.
Yeah, Hell Knight. Yeah, he was thinking of maybe putting that in. He was thinking of doing that for the Inkslayer book.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now, and
Me down the line, I was thinking of doing the Marshall thing in there too.
Oh, that would be badass. That would be badass. Seriously, man, I'm psyched to be working with you fellas, and looking forward to the stuff that we're going to be doing throughout the rest of the year.
But check this out.
And also, did I hear you saying something about coming down to the United States of America for a?
I'm going to stay very vague, but I've been working real hard lately on trying to. So yeah, I'm working on a business plan.
Okay.
And if everything works according to everything I'm planning, and my visit at the bank goes well, next year I'm going to be coming to the U.S. to at least pay a visit to go to a con.
Oh,
and if everything goes even better with all my campaigns that I plan to do next year,
yeah,
I might even be moving after that to the fucking U.S., getting myself a house.
What?
Yeah, I'll tell you after what I'm trying to do.
Oh shit!
But there you go.
Damn, man. Well, all I'm saying is expect to get dry humped, because I'm a hugger.
You see this?
Yeah. Whoa. Oh my
God. All the progress of Blood Hunt 2. Yeah.
Homeboy's been busy.
Yeah.
God damn it! I love when oh man.
See, Vatican City.
Oh, and Matt is almost. He's got like mega pages of Hell War. I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be fucking fun too.
And I can't really show anything. I don't want to show much at all.
I know. We get it.
And this is a 3-page intro that I'm working on the separate. That's gonna.
You just want to show enough. You just want to. It's like burlesque. You just want to show enough skin to tickle people's ass with a feather.
Like I said, I've been taking the fact that I'm waiting for colors to be done from that verse 2, and we're probably going to be delayed a month or two because Scott's still working on colors. You came in and make sure there was no mistake on the dialogue, so we delayed the lettering a little bit. Everything's in progress.
Definitely do me a solid before the final letters are finished. If you could send that shit to me, I might make suggestions, because I was just working from a script, and I can draw inspiration from the art. Once again, not in a way to piss on your stuff, but then just hopefully.
Okay. Well, you didn't know that all the art was right next to another file with the dialogues.
No, I looked at the art. I'm just saying, I didn't do what I normally do with Six Gun, which is I do what I call ghetto lettering. I just open the pages in the TIFFs in GIMP and do a crappy word bubble, and then put in
Okay.
right into dialogue just to see how it looks.
Go over
on
the
page.
lettering. Okay, I get it. Yeah, but like I said, I've been I've been investing that time very wisely. So as you can see, Blood Hunters in progress. I have like 23 pages done, even more if you think about it. I have like 20. Technically, I have 26 pages done for Nadverse 2, unless I put those pages in Nadverse 2. So
Did
technically, I'm already in advance in Blood Hunt 3. I have some page colored, and I'm getting myself a colorist for Blood Hunt 1 and 2.
What about the fucking
To speed up-
crossover? Am I going to be dead? Like by the
Yes,
time
you are. No, the crossover is coming either next. It's in my plan for 2024 as an extra campaign throughout the year, but it's not my campaign alone,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. All right.
But the thing is, 2024. That's when I plan on doing that thing.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's this page I almost forgot that I completed recently.
By the way, I was going to say,
And
that's
you
beautiful
wrote
work.
technically 2 books, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I did. I did.
I was
Michael,
waiting for Preston to go over it, and Preston just told me, he goes, "Nah, dude, I'm letting you and fucking Brian write it." Oh, technically, it's kind of like, okay,
Look.
fine. So technically, you're writing it. I'm going in as the co-writer. I'm gonna. Yeah, I was waiting for him to go over it, give you his freaking thing, then I'd go over it, right? But no. He was waiting for me to go over their shit and just, oh, fine, okay. So communication, okay. So more straightforward this one from now on, and yeah, okay, fine. So I'm gonna go over that thing. You're gonna get notes from me and shit like that. And
yeah, no, we can tighten
we
it
thought
up.
of doing it. But we thought of doing it as a 2-issue thing. So technically, number 1 could come out like 2024, 2025, number 2, or we even thought of doing like all in one shot.
Well, because Michael, basically what happened was I was like, Sim, like how many pages is this thing gonna be? And he's like, oh, like maybe about 46 pages.
I'm like, 48, 60, and dude, it's 80 something.
Right. And I was like, I'm on page 46, and they're still beating the piss out of each other. Because that fight is going to be epic, right? I was thinking like, yeah, no, it's because that's the thing. It's just like when I'm writing, I know who I'm writing for. Both you and Preston have a very fuck yeah style, so I got to give you a lot of fuck yeah shit to draw.
And they need to fight, and it needs to be very like intensive fight. It needs to be a very like, come on, it's the Monster Hunter versus the Monster for Hire. It's kind of like, come on.
Yeah.
And like I told you, it writes itself.
They live.
Yeah.
I went a little. They live with it.
It's a fucking fight.
Yeah, man.
It's a monster bash.
Yep, Monster Rumble, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful, man.
So yeah, this page, it's like right at the beginning of this story. Azrael has just been making his way to the bridge, or like the proxy bridge, like in the habitat area. They got a little room where you can project all these screens on there, talk to the people who are actually on the actual bridge steering the ship. They reported seeing some ship out there. He's sort of shocked to see that, to see what they're pretty sure is out there. View from the ship that they've detected. Turns out it's the demons.
Oh yeah.
So then you got the screen where he sees an energy buildup, and he tells everyone basically get to battle stations. And then the next page, that's actually the first page.
That's fucking man. I'm getting like a 2000 AD vibe here.
Yeah. So then the demons start teleporting onto the ship, and you got this one whose armor is starting to so their armor is made out of nanobots.
Right.
So they press this button on this little collar plate thing.
Right.
And all of a sudden the armor just forms on him.
Right.
So yeah, he's got the armor forming back on him.
That looks badass, man.
Yeah, you got these two who are just sort of shocked to see this guy just appear in front of them.
And who's the artist here?
This is Henry Ponciano. He did Tinseltown.
Oh, okay. Sim, am I crazy, getting kind of like a 2000 AD vibe from this?
No. But he's also the guy that Drew picked up to do one of his issues too.
Yeah.
For
okay. Gotcha.
We're the one that hooked him up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hey man, that's what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Hook motherfuckers up.
So like what I had in mind for their armor is that like since it's made out of nanobots, they can just like basically like push their hand through someone,
right?
And the armor would just like eat its way through.
Ooh.
But so he started drawing blades. So they got a carnage thing going on with them.
Right, because it's like nanites that can just they could turn the armor into an extension, turn that into a weapon.
Yeah.
And I guess that would be pretty much anything that you could think of.
Yeah.
Badass, man. Looks good. Looks cool.
Yeah, but there's all these little this demon here. He keeps having all these flashbacks, seeing his son, which the colors are not anywhere near right on him yet. I'm still adjusting the flats. He is not going to be Caucasian.
He's very jolly.
Oh yeah, the thing that's going on with his son is his son was a demon born with mercy.
You know what that reminded me as soon as I
nice.
saw him like this?
What?
That series Saga.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, because I know you said that you're gonna make him not Caucasian. I was just like, the only thing that's missing from his face are like rosy cheeks.
Yeah. So this is actually closer to his color scheme, though. It's like the dad.
So he's the white sheep of the family.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Very cool, man. Oh man, I'm looking forward to all the shit that we're gonna have coming out, man. I am really, really psyched.
Yeah, we have to line up all our projects for the Inkslayer book.
Yeah.
Me, I got the Mona, the 5 pages that are, and it's been a while that I look at them and I'm like, I'm probably gonna have to recolor those last pages.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to start busting IPs, either single books or maybe a anthology, kind of like what the Diaz brothers are doing, but not with like a wraparound universe, because they're all going to be.
You mean like an adverse?
No, it's going to be more like.
No, but I mean like the lost
genres.
pages, like it's technically all in the same universe. Yeah.
Right. In other words, I'm just going to be like, okay, well, here's like 15 pages of Southpaw. Here's like 15 pages of Slag Virus. Here's 15 pages of Demoniac. And just, put it out there, see how people respond to it.
So the same thing for that we're doing with Inkslayer, but with only your IPs.
Right.
Because that's what we're doing. Because technically, the Inkslayer, we're all doing 20 to 25 pages or something like that.
Okay.
So it's each book. It's a floppy per creator.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we'll discuss.
And I don't have anything official in there yet, do I? So.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I got something. I got quite a bit of shit. I got scripts to sit.
That's
here.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like I said,
Beacon's doing Yogar. Me, in the beginning, I was thinking of doing 2 stories in there, but let's be fair. Everybody will decide how that goes. Because technically, we give ourselves a limit of pages. So you can, if you go over that amount of pages, well, it's on you. You're not getting more money.
Yeah, but fuck you. I'm the writer, so I can. Yeah, I can bust multiple scripts in there and just like with different.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing. It's if we go like a limit of 30 page, well, you could do 3 stories of 10 page, but that's your thing. You're still getting pages for 1 spot.
You're right. It's all good. It's all good though. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. No, but that's the idea that we want to do.
Yeah.
That the first 3 books should end up being a full 60-page plus story.
Yeah. No, don't worry about it. I would never think of like double or triple dipping on you motherfuckers. ain't like that. But
dude, it's something that I could have done because I wanted to put the Mona in there and do daddy issues at the same time.
Understandable. Totally understandable.
But to me, it's because I'm thinking of putting as much stuff in the big book, and I'm like, dude, if we're 20 page a pop, it's already 100 page.
Damn.
If you have more people jumping in, that's even bigger.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and and we all bring with us our own audiences too. So That's a super cool.
And like we're all doing 3 parts. You can come in and do like a single story a pop.
Right.
You could start doing your collected edition, but with 1 story in Inkslayer, and at the end you do your own collected edition.
Right.
Because that's all. That's the idea. Is after that we can do our own books.
Oh,
So Demona is going to become our own book at the end.
that's kind of fucking genius, dude.
So that's why we tend to try to plan them by 3 issues.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do the first 3 Inkslayer. I'm gonna have Demona. He's gonna have Yogar. Scotsman has Hero. You and Preston are gonna bring your thing. And the idea is you put like 20-25 pages each issue. After 3 issue, you complete an entire 60+ page book, and you can do your own crowdfunding for your own freaking book and have fun. It's yours.
Hell yeah.
And obviously, as you know, we all help each other and go and work on each other's stuff. So.
Hell yeah. Seriously, dude.
You're like the editor of the Inkslayers now. You're going over the proofreader.
Yeah, no, trying to make myself useful. Useful.
I know. Econ's not the only writer in here anymore.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No, well, look. That's the thing. It's like a lot of you guys that are doing your own books, you, Preston, Matt, it's like you guys don't think of yourselves as writers because you're artists, but it's just like, well, did you come up with the story? Yeah. Did you write the dialogue? Yeah. Then you're a fucking writer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only thing that made me a writer was one day in 9th grade, I just felt it felt like God called me write, and I wrote like a really, really shitty novel, and I wrote another one.
Yeah,
dude. That's the thing is you have to start out and like fearlessly, like Ray Bradbury says, jump off the cliff, build your wings on the way down.
But that's what I keep telling people. It's like one of the first thing, like best thing that somebody told me, and it was not just Michael Turner, but it was one of the one that cemented it in the. It's finished, not perfect.
And what
you need to understand it is the fact that the more you try to do the perfect fucking story, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do a twist, you want to do this, you want to do that. It's gonna be a knife. It's gonna be a bick. It's gonna be my freaking masterpiece. You're never gonna do shit. You're gonna die with your fucking thing in your head. Just do one piece of shit out. So after that, all you can do is going up.
Yep. And that Ray Bradbury quote reminded me of when early on in Comicsgate, when I hadn't put out issue 1 yet. I remember talking about 7 Legions and how this is like something I've been wanting to make for years, but it's my first comic that I've made myself. And this guy's like, well, you should always start with some throwaway thing. He's like, no, I'm going balls to the wall. I'm going right in. He's like, yeah, I mean, I could have wasted time putting out something I didn't really care about too much. But no, I want this to be made.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to do it, man. It breaks my heart when I see people that want to do creative shit and they don't because they're afraid of failure.
Yeah. It's like, if I fail, I fail.
You're so lucky. No, I'm not lucky. I went for it.
Yes.
Yes. It's the same way. It's like, if you're going to get into martial arts, you can't be afraid of like getting hit and being made to look
it's like you want to be a star, but you're gonna get criticized. You're gonna get picked on. You're gonna get like laughed at. You're gonna get called fatty. You're gonna get ugly. You're gonna go, hey, crooked tooth. Hey, everybody, you want to be on the spotlight? Well, you're gonna get burnt, motherfucker. You better get a thick skin and really fucking want it and be able to go. You know what? Fuck you. What's up?
Yup.
Not going anywhere. What's up, Oliver?
Yep. Oh, Ollie.
Hello, Mano.
And then what up, Ollie? Fucking. Oh yeah. By the way, if you haven't seen this yet.
Yeah, I couldn't back it. I'm gonna try and catch it on another campaign.
Yeah, I'm not waiting with a lot of books, but yeah, I got the die cut cover.
Mm-hmm.
What a cool idea this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fuck, why didn't we think of this?
Hey, it's not just not think. It's also you have to have access to somebody that can do it, and they definitely do.
Talented.
It's not every printer that can do that stuff. Like me, one of the things I wanted to do that I like to get is, remember those fold out pages inside?
Yeah.
Where you had like, you can fold out 2-3 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. For sure.
Now, I would like to do that, like as a surprise one day. You flip one of my books and you go, "What the fuck,
dude?"
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Pop-ups would be funny, and also scratch and sniff. Dude, like little fucking like little circles.
Those gatefold pages. Yes. Yeah. Gatefold. Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, you know what? It's like we can do foil covers now. And we can do shit like this, and the options are getting greater and greater, and our shit looks more and more professional.
I mean, it's one of the things that I'm proud of. My books always look like it's straight out of a freaking mainstream.
One of the greatest comments I ever got was that people were saying Six Gun was an indie that didn't look like an indie.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
All right. Right. It's like when you hear that.
Dude, when I went to the comic book festival here in Montreal, I only had 2 books and I brought a few. Dude, this Saturday I made $600 because people were stopping by and just go like, dude, that's freaking cool. I love the color. I love this and I love that. How come I don't see this here? I'm like, because it's not Quebec enough.
Right.
And I'm trying to regroup a few of us not Quebec enough. To maybe rent a big table, like a big kiosk, have 8 tables there, and we're like the not Quebec enough group.
Nice. Right, because you told me that there it's just like slice of life comics and like
slice of life comedy, or like it looks like it's a kid out of freaking not kindergarten, but preschool or regular school,
So like no diversity of genre.
Dude, just go and Google and type bande dessinée québécoise, Quebec comic books, just for the hell of it.
Click on images and oh wow. Yeah, this looks pretty bland. I mean, don't get me wrong. Daniel Clow's comics, for instance, I like his stuff a lot. Ooh. I'm not against the slice of life genre.
No, but dude, it's all it is. And if you look, the art style is kind of freaking weird. Yeah, Paul at Quebec, Paul at this, Paul at that. You have the children books. That's all fine. But it's just the fact that, dude, it's all kiddish, childish.
Right.
Everything's about Juliet and her cat during the winter.
Wow.
Paul in the north.
It's not as bad. I don't want to say that this is Tumblr art, but it reminds me of it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. We had more interesting stuff a bit like earlier on because they were more experimental, but where we thrived the most, it was we were really strong in the mad type of cartoons. Yeah, we were doing mad stuff before mad. Yeah, satire and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Tintin et Quebec. Well,
yeah, there's Asterix and Obelix in Quebec.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But
and is the comic book readership there anything like it is in France? Like, do you walk into like bookstores and like see comics like everywhere? I'm guessing not.
Not everywhere, but you go to an actual bookstore, you have French comics everywhere.
Gotcha.
You do have comics like a bit everywhere here in every bookstore. But now they have American comics as well, but French comics used to be everywhere.
Right.
Like Quebec comic books are not everywhere.
Right, because like here, for instance, it's like we always have to wait for that shit to be translated, and you can just get the French versions just directly and read those, you lucky bastard. Man, one of the comics I've been looking for in English, I could never find an English translation of, is Diabolic.
Have fun finding Requiem.
Which one?
Requiem.
A Requiem. Oh, okay.
Have fun. I have like 2 copies of issue 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have all the way to 10.
Badass.
But they're in French.
Right.
Because they're really, really fucking hard to find in English. That even Pat Mills was telling somebody, what's his name, Chubb,
Yeah.
from from the Mary Boys, telling him, "Oh, dude, you can find an app to scan the thing in French and translate." Because
Nice.
they don't.
There's bootleg versions.
No, it's because there's an app that you can with your phone read French comic book. It translates automatically.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
So
Goddamn, man.
you take the picture of the bubble and it will translate for you.
That is fucking badass. Because I have like the first 2 volumes. I don't know how many. Was it Humanoids printed those?
Oh, I didn't show you this. Let me show you something.
Because I love the shit out
Before
of
we cut this, because I was about to cut the show, and then you start talking.
Yeah, I gotta get my brother.
Check this out. I bought this not too long ago.
Are those omnibus editions? Oh no! Those are the individual books, but like
The
in their
box
own
sets?
binders. Box
Yeah.
sets.
But
Oh, you lucky prick.
Oh yeah, you want to know what's the best part?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
exclusive limited lithograph that comes with each box.
How did you not frame that? If I had that shit, I'd be like, boom, putting that shit.
Oh,
on
it
the
will
wall.
be, but the thing is, right now I bought it when I went to the festival every day.
Yeah.
And dude, they were asking like on the thing, they're like $60 a pop.
Damn.
They go to scan it.
Yeah.
They scan for the same thing for the same item, and they go, okay, so it's a box set. So they send it to me for both for $60, and I'm like, holy motherfucker!
That is fucking awesome.
You understand that? That's worth more than that. Like
Bonus. Damn, you made out like a bandit.
and my big Spider-Man thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love those big ass omnibus editions.
Especially when the one when they take the time to do stuff like this.
Ooh, nice. Damn.
Then you go flip to the back.
Yeah.
That's why I like them so much, dude.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. It just
See what I'm telling you? The talons from his
Yeah,
hands. That's what he
yeah.
looks like. Yeah. Dude, you read it. You're gonna
I will.
fucking love it.
I will.
They're hard
sure.
to find, but
Guaranteed.
not the floppies. To be quite honest, like the floppies you can find, but the trade and the omnibus they're not easy. But, dude, it's fucking insane. You're
I'm
gonna
just,
love it.
just catching up on the Immortal Hulk right now. The Al Ewing version, because I stopped at like I think issue 12 or 13 because people were telling me like at past a certain point it gets like a little woke. Ooh, nice.
You see the emboss? There you go.
Yeah.
The full collection. If you're interested, there's three of them, and you got the full collection. They're on
that's
Amazon.
sweet. That is sweet.
Yeah.
By the way, when are we watching a movie? We should do that soon. I want to sit down and watch Danger Diabolic with you bitches.
I'm there often. Just check. Like now that you know which one is which.
Yes, I will try to. Yeah, I'll try to make a little bit more of a.
But you pay attention to that one. I'm often there, hanging there, working, watching something.
Okay.
And if you check the Sim Discord, like my personal one, right?
All right. Yeah.
There's a private room for video games. Sometimes I'm there gaming with my entire family, or Soul Lion. There's Gargoyle. There's Chris.
All right. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of us there.
Yeah. Especially after the move, I got fucking bond.
But yeah, just hit me up, dude. I watch movies almost all the time when I work.
Okay. Awesome.
Or anime.
All right. I'm gonna go get my grub on, Michael.
No, I want to rewatch Black Lagoon because I'm getting the pinkest tomorrow.
and the OVAs too. I didn't see the second OVA, so I have an extra OVA hanging out waiting for my.
But technically, it's an OVA series.
Right. Because
It's 5 episodes of like 45 minutes, I think.
Gotcha. Still be a nice way to revisit.
Dude, and if you only saw the first season, keep in mind you have also second Barrage.
Right.
There's season 1, season 2. Then there's.
I think maybe I gotta check. Oh, and it's very hard to find, but I'm really enjoying right now. Detroit.
Did you see the kids?
Sorry.
Did you see the story with the kids?
I don't think so.
The killer kids.
I don't think so.
So then you haven't seen the second season.
Okay. All right. Because that's a great series.
I don't want to spoil it. That's the thing.
No, that's good. That's good. If I know there's more of that shit out there,
No, dude. Second Barrage. Like I remember when I was watching it with Beacon. I remember him enjoying the first season.
Yeah.
But when we got to the second season, even him went, dude, this went like far, like, yep.
Way dark, right?
Yeah, dude, yes. Especially the ending of, yes.
Oh yeah. I'll definitely check that. I'll definitely go looking for that. But yeah, good seeing you too, man. I'm gonna go get my grub on. Peace and love, everybody.
So, have a good night, everybody. We're gonna sign out. See you all next weekend. Don't forget to go check out our stuff. And I have my link tree down there. So you have all my links, and I'm pushing Beacon in the butt so he can create his own link tree, so I can put them in there too.
Yeah.
Hi, Beacon.
Sure.
Link tree. So everybody, have a good night. We're gonna leave with those words of wisdom, and see you all next weekend. And I'll keep your heads up when I start doing Doodle and Chill again. I'm itchy to start doing some sketches again, and I want to be, instead of trying to do like, I'm going to do campaigns and this, I'm just going to randomly do something. It's either going to be a campaign, or I'm going to be drawing Spider-Man 2099, or whatever. Whatever I freaking feel like it. That's what Doodle and Chill is going to be, because that's what chilling is all about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Having fun. So, have a good night.
I see that story first. I feel that story first. I know those people first. When I put them down, they've already lived. And I put them down as I'd like them to.